Hi everyone, welcome again to my channel. Today I'm going to give you another video that will help you in preparing for your board exam or licensure examination for teachers. Alright, here we go. The curriculum goes through the stages of curriculum planning, curriculum implementation, and curriculum evaluation. The production of instructional materials falls under A. Curriculum planning and implementation, B. Curriculum planning and evaluation, C. Curriculum planning, and D. Curriculum evaluation. The correct answer here is option C. Curriculum planning. Production of instructional materials is based on the overall framework of the curriculum plan. Number 2. An important step in ensuring the relevance of the instructional materials to the rest of the curriculum is to keep a list of A. Policies issued by DepEd, B. Goals and objectives of the curriculum, C. Provisions in the constitution of the PTA, and D. Visions and mission of the school. Alright, the correct answer here is option B. Goals and objectives of the curriculum. Content and design of the instructional materials must be aligned with the goals and objectives of the curriculum. Which of the following qualifies as an authentic materials? A. Label of a canned good, B. A list of isolated sentences, C. A paragraph from the book, and D. A series of vocabulary words. The correct answer here is option A. Label of a canned good. Authentic materials refer to authentic texts that are not written for language teaching purposes. Number 4. The following materials are used to activate student schema or prior knowledge except A. Opinionaire, B. Story impression, C. Anticipation guide, and D. Story star. The correct answer here is option D. Story star. To illustrate the use of a comprehensible input in language teaching to grade 4 students, a teacher may use the following text except A. Recorded song, B. Video clip, C. A written weather report, and D. A journal article. The correct answer here is option D. A journal article. Options A, B, and C may be comprehensible as inputs in a language class for grade 4. The language of a journal article is too complex for a grade 4 pupil. Number 6. One prime consideration of instructional materials use is to link the materials to the blank. A. Curriculum, B. Policies, C. Current issues, and D. Textbooks board. The correct answer here is option A. Curriculum. There must be a congruence between the instructional materials and the curriculum. Which of the following should teacher Jessica use if she wishes to answer the question, what do the scores tell me about what students have learned? A. Test, B. Evaluation, C. Assessment, and D. Measurement. The correct answer here is option D. Measurement. Measurement deals with the question, what do the score tell us about what students have learned, or is the test or assessment matched to the learning goal? 8. one of the prerequisites to entry to University A is based on the general knowledge or skills of the applicants. Which of the following test types should it administer? A. Diagnostic test. B. Placement test. C. Proficiency test. And D. Achievement test. The correct answer here is option C. Proficiency test. Proficiency tests are designed to measure applicants' ability in a language regardless of any training they may have had in that language. What type of test is based on the amount of learning the students have accomplished with very specific reference to a particular course? A. Diagnostic test. B. Placement test. C. Proficiency test. And D. Achievement test. The correct answer here, of course, is achievement test. Achievement tests are directly related to language courses, their purpose being to establish how successful individual students or the courses themselves have been in achieving objectives. If a language teacher aims to group his or her students with similar ability levels so he or she could focus on the problems and learning points appropriate for the level of students, which type of test would be appropriate? A. Diagnostic test. B. Placement test. C. Proficiency test. And D. Achievement test. The correct answer here is option D. Achievement test. Placement tests are intended to provide information that will help place the students at the stage of a teaching program most appropriate to their abilities. The effect of testing on teaching and learning is known as blank. A. Washback. B. Construct. C. Auditability. And D. Credibility. The correct answer here is option A. Washback. A test is credible when the way language is being tested looks like real language use. Auditability is a term drawn from business bookkeeping. It refers to being able to go back and check to see if the assessment was correctly made. Ms. Cruz wants to measure the language abilities of her students using direct testing. Which of the following is not recommended? A. Writing letters. B. Role play. C. Close test. And D. Information gap task. The correct answer here is option C. Close test. Close test does not measure the way the language is used in real life. The following are examples of discrete point testing except A. Easy writing. B. Spelling test. C. Yes or no answers. D. True or false answers. The correct answer here is option A. Easy writing. Easy writing is an example of integrative testing as it requires to demonstrate two aspects of language, grammar and vocabulary knowledge, as students would in real language use. Dr. Tubera uses alternative methods of assessment. Which will he not likely use? A. Multiple choice test. B. Reflective journal writing. C. Oral presentation. And D. Developing portfolios. The correct answer here is option A. Multiple choice test. Options A, C, and D are examples of alternative assessments where students are required to perform or produce something. Mrs. David is going to construct a test in English. What must she do first? A. Write test items. B. List down the test objectives. And C. Let an expert validate the test. And D. Prepare a table of specifications. The correct answer here is option B. List down the test objectives. List down the objectives to ensure validity of the test. A test pretended to measure pronunciation ability but did not require the test taker to speak might be thought to be lack of A. Concurrent ability. B. Content validity. C. Test writer reliability. And D. Test administration reliability. The correct answer here is option B. Content validity. Content validity clearly defines the achievement the test is measuring. A test has a concurrent validity if its results are supported by other concurrent performance. Which of the following explains why research is empirical? A. Research is based on data perceived by the senses. B. Research follows procedures. C. Research must be based on facts. And D. Research makes use of tools. The correct answer here is option A. Research is based on data perceived by the senses. Empirical means concrete. Which of the following explains why research is systematic? A. Research is based on data perceived by senses. B. Research follows procedures. C. Research must be based on facts. And D. Research makes use of tools. Alright, the correct answer here is option B. Research follows procedures. Systematic means orderly and scientific. Which is not a research tool? A. Questionnaire. B. Checklist. C. Test. And D. Grades. Alright, the correct answer here is option D. Grades. Research tools are used to gather data. If researchers test the feasibility of using cell phone as vocabulary gadget, what purpose of research are they not likely to achieve? A. Discover a substance. B. Improve a product. C. Validate generalizations. And D. Verify existing knowledge. The correct answer here is option A. Discover a substance. No substance will be discovered as a result of this problem. Alright, if you have learned something in this video, thank you very much for watching. See you again.